Hello everyone, and thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of Uniquely Tay. In today's video, we will be doing a faux cocoa mug DIY. I did one last year and I never recorded myself actually making the hot cocoa mug on camera, but this is one of the ones that I made last year. The cup was purchased from Dollar Tree. This is how it looked on the inside. And thank you so much for all my new subscribers and my returning subscribers. I'm so grateful for you all. I am Tay of Uniquely Tay. I do DIYs, home decor videos, shopping videos, tablescapes, and much more. If you like videos like these, you're in the right place to be. So just hang tight and we're going to get straight into this DIY. All right, everybody, let's get started. So in today's DIY, you are going to need foam board. You're going to need popsicle sticks or any type of stirring device that you can use. Paint brushes. Your, ooh, see? The mistakes of crafting, y'all. It slipped out my hand. The nutmeg brown. The burnt umber, if you can see that. Yeah, burnt umber.
Burnt.
And nutmeg brown. All right. You will also need some white paint. And I use Apple Barrel products. You will also need some lightweight spackle. You can get your lightweight spackle from Dollar Tree or your local hardware store, but I got mine from Dollar Tree. And make sure I'm not missing anything. You will also need your Mod Podge. I use matte for certain projects. I'm not using the glossy, but the matte. You can get this from Dollar Tree too. And you're gonna need your hot glue gun, of course, scissors, and your mug. Any mug of your choice. I've already pre-painted my mug with the two colors that I just showed you. If you look on the inside, I blotted it. I blotted it to give it a more real effect because cocoa and drinks don't sit smooth inside of your cups. They normally bubble up or have like some type of the consistency don't be the same. So I wanted to make it look as realistic as possible. So I've already pre-painted that. What you will do with your foam board, I've already pre-cut my foam board and painted one part of it. Pretty much what you will do is you will take your foam board, take the cup of your choice that you're going to use, flip it upside down like that, trace it on the foam board, cut it out. Once you trace it on the foam board, then you have to resize it so it fit just enough, you know, just tight enough around the inside. What I'm going to do, I'm going to also paint around my edges. And I'm going to show you that in a few minutes. So a lot of times when you are pushing stuff inside of a bowl itself or inside of a container, let me just do this for a second. I see a spot that I did not get. I'm just going to blot it there. Right in the middle of recording, you all, I saw a spot that I did not get. So I'm trying to fix that. But, let me see. I pray that everyone is doing well on today. I am. Happy Saturday to all of you. Currently in my neighborhood, it is very windy. It is unusually warm. It's not summertime warm, but it's more like a spring warm day. But it's very cloudy and it's like an overcast and it looks like it's gonna rain at any moment. I don't know if we got any thunderstorms coming up, but it looks like it's going to do that on today. But I thank God for this day. And let's continue to move on with this DIY. As always, like I always say, drop down in the comments. Let me know how the weather is in your neighborhood on today. I love to hear from you. Drop it down in the comments. So, I've let this dry. And I'm going to add some Mod Podge in there now. I'm going to do a light coat of Mod Podge so that the paint won't be scuffed or moved when I put the foam board in. So we're going to lightly do, didn't mean to put that much out. We're going to lightly do a coat of Mod Podge. I'll put it all around like that. All right, and we're gonna use this brush here to do just that. Coat it nicely. I really enjoy making faux foods. I started making faux foods last year. I really got turned on to it because what is her name? Miss Suzette Phillips. I think it's Suzette Phillips. I could be saying her name wrong. But it's Miss Suzette from a Fab Adorable. I think it's Fab Adorable Bling. She don't post like she used to, but she made the cutest faux food. Her and if it ain't cheap, I'm not buying it. Miss Kale. They make the best faux foods. They can make anything faux. And that really turned me on to it because they made some very nice things. And I said, I feel like I'm going to give that a try myself because I said that I'm very good at creating and coming up with my own ideas and doing different things. And shout out to Miss Suzette and Miss Kales, because I really love doing the faux foods. And there's also a lady who I look at that I just started looking at recently on YouTube named Sandy. And her channel is called Peep This, y'all. And I mean, she makes just about anything faux. Like, there's not too much that she cannot make faux. Like, she makes faux everything. Like, just recently, she did faux Christmas trees. The Little Debbie Christmas trees. She did those. Last year, I did the Little Debbie gingerbread cookies. Now, I've coated the whole cup with the Mod Podge, and I'm going to let that dry. But there's a lot of faux foods that I make that I don't always record myself doing. And I said I'm going to start making more when I do my faux foods, record it more often than what I do. I'm going to put this right here so I know that this is my brown. Okay, so now we have our foam board. Our foam board, I'm going to go through and do my edges on the foam board like I said I was going to do. So I'm going to add my nutmeg brown. Got a little bit of nutmeg brown. I'm going to also add some of my burnt umber. You do not have to use apple barrel products. This is just something that I use. There we go. I pre-do a lot of my stuff now. Like, I prep a lot of my items because, as you all know, I do not edit any of my videos now. Don't edit anything. So I try my best to make sure my videos are not extremely long by prepping a lot of my items. So a lot of my stuff you see some things are pre-done, but I still go through the steps of how I did it. So I'm just going through, lightly brushing my sides of the paper. I mean, not paper, but the foam board. Yeah. So on my channel, you will definitely see mistakes. And you will be seeing small mishaps that occur. Life of a crafter. Life of a crafter. Yes. All right. So I did my sides. I have all my sides. Oop, I touched it some. Completely done. There we go. I'm going to sit this over here to dry. Right there is fine. Now I'm going to move my paint to the side. All right. Sit that there. Now, we are going to pre-make the whipped cream. So we're going to take the heavy spackle. The lightweight spackle. These cups right here came from Dollar Tree. These are just your regular dessert cups. Popsicle stick. And we're going to add in the spackle. Don't know exactly how much whipped cream I'm going to make, but I'm just going to use just a little bit. Not quite half. Let me close that back. Yeah, it's closed enough. All right, here we go. Now, to that, I'm going to add my white paint. Have my white paint here. I'm going to add a generous amount to this. The reason why I'm putting the white paint in the spackle is because when you put white paint in spackle, it keeps the color. Once you get used to using spackle a lot and you do it quite often, spackle dries like a gray tint. It does not dry white. It looks white when you get started. It does not dry white. So that comes from test and trial of doing like a lots of faux food. Spackle is not white when it dries. It dries gray. And you will end up with gray whipped cream instead of white whipped cream. Or you can actually do like I did on this DIY that I did last year. If you don't want to use the spackle, you can use caulk. This right here is caulk. Caulk, you do not have to add the white paint to. You do not have to add the white paint to caulk at all. Don't have to do that. This way right here, you just put the spackle, not the spackle, but the caulk directly up there from your squeeze thing. That's it. That's all. I wanted to use up some of the spackle that I had because I bought so much spackle last year. My mom, because I was really making a lot of faux food, like bukus of faux food. And my mama went into the Dollar Tree and she saw they had so much spackle. Because sometimes Dollar Tree is like hit and miss. Sometimes they have a lot of stuff. Next time they don't. So you got to kind of like get it when you see it. All right. And I'm going to add a little Mod Podge. I didn't mean to put that right there like that. Just a little bit of Mod Podge. All right. All right. I need a little bit more spackle so it can be a little bit thicker. Again, trying to get the perfect consistency. Just pretty much what you're trying to do is get it to the closest consistency for whipped cream. Yeah. There it go. That's better. So mix until it's the right consistency of whipped cream that you would like. I add enough white paint, so I'm not going to add any more white paint to it. Okay, I'm not going to add any more white paint to it. Hold on for just a second. All right, I'm back. So we have the consistency that we need. It looks real good. It's the consistency that I like for it, that I consider whipped cream consistency. I don't think personally I need any more white paint. The more white paint you add, the thinner the spackle will become. So we are going to get started with this right here. Putting this in, which is the hot chocolate. All right. You can actually put newspaper in here if you like. You want to put newspaper in there, you can, for extra building up. If you want to put something weighted in there, you can, like marbles or whatever. That's up to you. I'm not, because the cup that I have itself is quite heavy, and if I make it too heavy, it may be too weighted for my tier trays. So that's why I'm not doing it in that form or that way. So everything has already been Mod Podge. We're still waiting for it to dry a little bit more. And we'll start on this part while it's drying. So this is when the hot glue gun comes in. We are going to make it look like it's flowing and being stirred up in some type of way. So pretty much, slide over so y'all can see me do this. Unplug it because I can do that. Pretty much you just make any type of pattern that you like. Different patterns. You're just trying to make it look like it's being stirred. Then you'll come over here. All right, and then we're gonna let that dry. Let that dry for just a second. Then once you do that, only thing you have to do afterwards, see, we got the consistency of it's being stirred. Once it dries, I have my paint over there. Then we'll pretty much go in and just repaint it again with a little bit of the nutmeg and the burnt umber. So we'll set that to the side. Now, I'm going to show you something that I've already done. Plug my hot glue gun back up. Okay. All right, this is my candy cane. My faux candy cane. I got glue on it a little bit. I've made a lot of them. A lot of my candy canes. I made a lot of them. Got a bunch of different sticks that I'll be using. And I'm probably just going to use one. May use one, I may use two. It just depends. Knowing me, I'm probably going to use two. I may use two. May just use these two. I have a bunch of different peppermint. All of these are faux. I made them myself. Even made me a candy cane. Yes, got me a candy cane. Made me some mints. Also got some mints. Yep. Made my little collection of faux candies. Sit that back over here. All right, so I will probably do a video on these eventually, how I made these. They look really, really good. They are beautiful. All right, so, and I also did a faux gingerbread. All of you all have seen my video with my faux gingerbread. I did one especially for my cocoa video. So, let's check it. Yes, it's dry. So we're going to take our brown paint. I've already pre-mixed it. We're just going to go on top. And you are going to just paint over the hot glue. That's all you're going to do. You're going to paint over the hot glue. Paint over the hot glue. So, the cup that I'm using to make my hot cocoa with, it's a Dollar Tree cup. I bought that cup last year. It's been kind of hard at my Dollar Trees to find it. I would love to have more of that cup. I bought 2 last year from my Dollar Tree because they had a lot of them. But this year I went back looking for them and I've had a hard time. So if anybody anywhere at their Dollar Tree have clear cups, I would love to have one. If you would like to send me one, I would love to have one because that's something that I've been looking for. And my Dollar Trees here, they're just not carrying it. I haven't seen it. I've looked and I looked and I looked and I just haven't been seeing it. Maybe everybody's buying them up before I get there, or I don't know. But when I go, I can't find them. And those are good quality, very good quality cups. I've had mine for 2 years and they're still holding up really, really good. Okay, you may want to do 2 coats. Here we go. You may want to do 2 coats of brown paint if you still can see the clearness of the hot glue. For time purposes, I cannot see the clearness as of right now. I will go back over it if I do. But I'm trying to move it along. Just double checking it. All right, here we go. We are getting ready to put it in the cup. I feel like the Mod Podge has dried enough. I'm gonna put it in the cup. So I'm gonna take my popsicle stick, y'all, and just press it in there. Press it in the cup. All right. Okay. I have it in. It's all in. Now, this is what we're going to do. It's whipped cream time. I normally don't have any problems with mine coming out. If you want to put hot glue around the rim of your glass, you're more than welcome to. I generally don't do that. So, pretty much, once you size it and put it in there, it's in there. You see I'm shaking it. It's in there. So, I'm going to add my spackle, which is my whipped cream. And I truly, truly would like to have a spoon, but don't have a spoon. I asked for real spoon, so I'm going to use and I like my stuff to look as realistic as possible, y'all. I know some people probably just, you know, I'm not doing it fancy. I'm just pouring it up there just so. How you would pour a real cup of real real whipped cream from the container. I like it to look realistic. So here we go. There we go. I just poured it just like that. There we go. There we go. Just as simple as that. Now what I'm going to do here, I'm going to put my gingerbread man up there, but this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut some of it off. I'm going to cut right here. I'm cutting the legs off. All right, now I'm going to stick my gingerbread in. There we go. That's my gingerbread. Now, I'm going to do my candy canes. So pretty much, I'm going to look to see where I think the candy cane should go. First, I was going to, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to turn this around. And I'm going to add a little bit more spackle into this. Need a little bit more support on the back. There it go. Okay. And let me just show you my last and final thing. Here we go. I got the candy cane up there and my gingerbread. All right. Now, I've been working on these. These are my little broken up candy cane pieces, crumbles. I'm gonna put that on top too. So, I'm gonna put these on top just like that. Just gonna do a few. You know what, y'all? When I drink my hot cocoa, I do not put peppermint in it. I do not put peppermint in it. Don't put peppermint in it. I just like how it look, but I do not put peppermint in mine. That's just something that I think that looks festive. I don't think that it's something that I would actually try. That's just my opinion. But it looks very festive. All right, everybody. This is the hot cocoa mug. It looks so good. Made with Dollar Tree products. Like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit that notification bell and create, explore, and enjoy. And I'll catch you all in my next video. I love you all.